Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. As you know, the music scene in Ottawa is alive and well. We have two fantastic artists on today's show. And our first artist, well, he used to be a volunteer here on Rogers TV. Justin J. Morris Gunderson joining us on the show. Welcome back, Justin.
Thank you for having me once again. I feel like since I volunteered here for so long and now I've been here so many times, I feel like where's my bed at by now, right? Like,
I know, you're like family.
I'll just stay here.
Yeah. We've got a spot for you. We'll find a spot for you for sure. For people that aren't, familiar with your background, before we start talking a little bit about Cranium and Cranium Arts, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I started, I guess, as a hip-hop artist at the age of 16, and aside from that, dabbled in the world of radio for a bit. Eventually found myself, promoting a lot of events, aside from performing at a lot of events, hosting a lot of events, and just a love for music, since a very young age, and kind of makes sense that I'm doing what I'm doing now.
You got that from your dad? Right?
Yeah, exactly, 100%. You know that, and just my love for music now has put me in this position.
Nice. Tell me about Cranium Arts and the inspiration behind that.
So, not-for-profit music presenter, industry support organization, of course, supporting the development of Ottawa and Canada's music scene, and we do that via conferences, showcases, our awards that we recently held, and our annual festival programming.
Right.
And it kind of comes from the lack of an industry here in Ottawa, right? Like we needed somebody to step up and to be able to do these things, festivals and conferences and showcases, and help out the artists, and also create, more of an industry where there's managers and grant writers and that side of stuff, as opposed to just, artists. Not that that's a bad thing, but there's more artists than there is an industry.
Yeah, you're right. And was that really part of that, Justin, looking at the fact in particular it was missing in the hip hop rap genre of music?
100%.
Yeah.
More when it comes down to the hip hop and R&B scene, but I think in general, just with the local musicians, right? There's nobody really there saying, this is how you do this, this, and this when it comes to business, in the music industry, and we're stepping up to the plate.
Nice. You mentioned those conferences and showcases. You've got one coming up. Tell me about it. What can people
May
expect?
4th to May 6th. It's very exciting in partnership with the NAC. Last year we were on Bank Street, and it was a great time, but this time, we're inside the NAC. Nice. Prestige place, and we from May 4th to May 6th, you can come out and get some game on how to get your music into movies and TV shows. How to write grants, things of that nature. If you're a producer and you want to learn a little bit more about producing, like we got so many different panels happening from May 4th to May 6th inside the NAC.
Yeah, and I think you touched on who this is for, but even people, the regular public, is this an opportunity for them to come learn about what's happening in the music scene?
If I was sitting at home right now, watching Daytime, which I would be, right?
Thank you, pal. Appreciate that.
and for me, I was like, listen, I'm interested in music. I don't know enough about it, and I want to go learn. For sure, just go register at craniumfestival.com.
Okay.
And that's the easiest way to do it. We're almost sold out, to be honest.
Fantastic
but go get some tickets before they're gone.
This is definitely important for the music community, but you've been a part of the scene for quite some time now, Justin. Have you at least seen some growth happening in the music community?
Yeah, 100%. Because we're not the only organization doing this now. There's other great organizations here in the city also putting on and doing conferences and showcases, and now there are music lawyers that you can go to. So yes, 100% more than when I was starting, but still not enough.
What are some of the challenges on the business side? Because I say that for all artists, not just musicians and singers and so forth, but there's a real challenge of the business side and trying to get yourself out there. What are some of the biggest mistakes people tend to make?
I mean, I'm still making mistakes, right? I'm still learning every day about, like, I just started getting into the world of sync and trying to figure that out a little bit more. And I wish, I had learned that earlier, but I'm also happy that I didn't, because now that I'm learning a little bit more, I'm at the point where I can also share some game, right? So, I think it's important to have these kind of opportunities happening within our city. As an artist myself, I go out to conferences still, and I still learn game every day.
You mentioned the festival, so let's talk a little bit about the festival and how that differs from the conference and the showcase.
And I think, for people that know the brand of Cranium, it's a little confusing sometimes between the conference, showcase, and the festival.
Right.
So I'm glad you touched on that. With the festival, that happens usually in the fall, late September, early October. We're aiming for about September 23rd this time, but still working out, the minor details.
Yeah.
And, hopefully we can come back and talk about that, just putting that out there. I think, the festival is, of course, different from the conference and showcase in the fact that we don't have the panels and discussions and and things like this happening, but still an opportunity if you're an artist or you want to get in the music industry, come out to the festival, network, meet the team, you know, that kind of stuff, and just come out and enjoy music, live music in the city, because we haven't been able to do that for a while, and now we're getting back into it, right?
It's so nice to see again. You know, when it comes to producers and managers, you mentioned music, lawyers, do we have more now in Ottawa?
Yeah.
Because I think there was a struggle for a while there where you had to go outside the city to find some of those experts.
100%, and I hope I'm not butchering the name, but shout out to Byron Pascoe, great entertainment lawyer here in the city. He'll be at the conference and showcase, so if you want to meet him, make sure to come through. And yeah, just, you know, there's definitely more people in the positions playing the right parts, and I think, you know, as this continues to grow and we put in our efforts to help that and support that, that it's just going to be great for the city.
You mentioned you recently had the awards. Tell me about that experience and what that was like.
Amazing. Ottawa Recognized Awards, and we did it inside the Schenkman Arts Center.
Nice.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Great
we got to give away, I believe, about 5 categories last year, 5 awards, and something that was great for the city because not a lot of the hip hop and R&B artists are getting their recognition, right? The acknowledgement in what they're doing. So here we are. We set that up, and it was an amazing turnout. Packed out the theater, and of course, you know, we want to do it again this year. So I'm looking to come back and talk about that too. There's so much happening. Just saying.
There really is, and I know how much effort you've put in behind the scenes, and you don't do that alone, right? You've got a team behind it.
There's a whole team of people. Yeah, I'm the little lone wolf here. There's a whole team of people. Yeah.
I love it. Remind everybody, you said it's almost sold out. It's happening at the NAC.
Please
Where
register,
and when?
craniumfestival.com, May 4th to May 6th, and come out and have a good time. It's free, by the way. It's
fantastic.
Free. Yeah, come out.
Yeah, it's as you know, I'll just reiterate what Justin said because it's a really great opportunity to see what's happening behind the scenes, to find out the business behind everything, to meet some of those professionals, to talk to them face to face. How often do you get to talk to somebody in the music industry that's on the business side of things face to face? So I can't say it enough. It's almost sold out. Visit the website, find out more information. Again, that conference and showcase happening at the NAC from May 4th to 6th. We'll be back with more right after this.